It's so hard making friends, but at least I have you. Social media is not the most secure form of communication. Recently, the FBI released information about foreign intelligence services have made attempts to acquire sensitive information by friending you on your social media. We're going to dive a little more into social media and the importance of security in order to give you a better option for marketing your business to government buyers, and show you how our team can help you use social media for good to market your business to contracting officers on those platforms. All this and more on the Federal Insider Live. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anna Rose, training coordinator here at US Federal Contractor Registration, and I'm always trying to uncover the latest stories in government contracting, sometimes outside of government contracting, that can help you learn about the best ways to bank off of the federal government's money. Now, it may seem that the government has no time for social media, especially with all the security issues that can arise. But actually, even the CIA has an Instagram. They even have a Twitter. I mean, we have a Twitter and we have an Instagram. You should check it out. And you can find a lot of your major government agencies all on these social media platforms. And of course, the commander-in-chief, well, if you've ever read his tweets, you've seen from the president that he uses the term fake news a lot. But the espionage story I'm about to drop on you is nothing but real news. In April, the FBI said that Foreign Intelligence Services, or FIS officers, were reaching out to private sector partners, aka the government contractors, and mining for data. This wasn't just some spam bot phishing on a social media security number. These were actual people posing as potential friends on Facebook, becoming chummy, and then asking for some sensitive information, property of the US government. Yes, this James Bond style espionage still exists. But instead of a vindictive, dangerous spy at a poker table speaking in euphemisms, you could be some sort of guy with a high words per minute typing speed who knows how to join a Facebook group. Speaking of which, have you ever joined our Facebook group? If you haven't yet, you need to. You want in, send me a message and I'll be happy to get you set up. We're always looking for new recruits into our Facebook group to help improve networking amongst businesses looking to work for the government. But then again, I digress. So in the FBI alert that in this recent social media espionage, there were 4 scenarios that they wanted the public to be aware of that could still potentially steal property, but these are going to educate and prepare their staff to keep their noses super clean. The first one I call is friend of a friend scenario. It involves a retired government employee with security clearance who was introduced to the FIS through a more trusted friend and then begun transmitting secret information. Dun, dun, dun. The second one I call the job offer. This one involves the FIS targeting contracting officials on LinkedIn who are in the market for jobs, but also still working as federal contractors. The fictitious job posting then requires that certain information is to be transmitted in order to be considered for that position. Not good. The third one is the catfish. Basically, a spy creates a fake profile, befriends a whole bunch of people in the government involved in government contracting on social media. then is able to transmit information. It sounds a little far-fetched to me, but hey, I guess it could happen. And finally, the fourth one, and my personal favorite, is what we call the fish cat. And this is basically like the catfish in reverse. The FIS approaches contractors not on social media, but out in the real world, say at a trade show or an industry day. For example, this allows the foreign intelligence to make a real connection, learn a little bit about the person, and then connect on social media for the kill. Bottom line is this: your client, the US government, is a hot commodity. Everyone in the world is interested in stealing this client from you, the vendor. You have to protect them like they were, you're a mother protecting your child. The US government is your child. The information you hold is important, and it doesn't matter what it is you do. If you cut the grass outside of a quiet government office, you are the shepherd. If you teach English for US aid in Africa, you are the ambassador. If you provide social media marketing services to the CIA, you're a unique bird. And you too are an important part of the ecosystem that is the US government. And you can be proud to hold and protect this client, okay? Truthfully, it gets a little deeper than that because there are forces out there that, for much more sinister reasons, would like to see the USA fail. But the protect your client metaphor is something we can all get behind, whether we work in private sector or at a mom and pop shop, or even at a Fortune 500 company selling critical elements to the US government, or again, anywhere in between that whole shenanigans. The government solicits contractors from all places and buys products and services from businesses of all sizes. I'd like to see you be part of that ecosystem, and that leads me to a bonus fifth scenario that is called something different, and that's not something that the FBI published in their alert. It's something that the Federal Insider published right here, right now, on this podcast and video. The fifth scenario is called the business partner, and in this one, a small business works with a trusted third-party registration firm to take care of their business that no one wants to do themselves. The part that is interesting, the SAM registration. I told you I was going to give you a better option for marketing to the government at the start of this video, and here it is. It's called the Simplified Acquisition Program. The business gets set up in the Simplified Acquisition Program, which provides them online marketing materials and support for winning contracts from the US government. From there, they win their first contract, they get past performance from that contract, and that leads to more work, and all that work leads to growth and protection during the next recession. The business lives on for generations, and if you're at all interested in becoming a partner with us at USFCR and making this happen for your business, please give us a call or give us an email. Our contact information is right there in the description. So right now, though, I want to show you what you'll get from USFCR if you decide to come on board with us and start making a successful government contracting part of your history. So let's take a look at what that kind of looks like for you. So in this section of the Procurement Pulse, we're going to talk about that. All USFCR clients get unique access to the Advanced Procurement Portal. And in today's Procurement Pulse, I'm going to show you what that's like. So I called out social media today, put them on blast. So we're going to take a look at some social media government contracts that are out there right now for you to take a look at. So this is a little bit of the research into what we found. So what we found about social media contracts was actually pretty surprising. The US government does work in social media. There were 3 particular ones that we wanted to show you today that give you a better idea of how social media is worded in the federal contracting realm. So let's take a look here in the Advanced Procurement Portal. Or actually, we're going to show it on FedBizOps because not everyone.
And then we're going to show on APP second.
Perfect. All right, so we'll show it in FedBizOps first, then the APP portal, since we know not everyone has APP yet, so we'll take a look on here first. So the first opportunity that we found is for public affairs videos. So in this particular solicitation, the contractor would in theory be creating and providing 5 animated videos for the Department of Army. Each one would be between 75 to 90 seconds in length, and then these videos would be used on social media platforms for promotional purposes. So this is a really interesting contract. It's an RFQ, so it is just a request for quote, so you wouldn't have to put out a detailed proposal in response. They're just really looking for mostly the quote, but it's a great idea to show you how the government is procuring, well, marketing and social media. The next one that we found is for US Aid. This one is for Supervisor Development Outreach Coordinator. So they're not only looking for a regular service or product, it's more of a solicitation for an actual position within the agency. So this one is put out from the Agency for International Development, and the supervisor position they are looking for is going to help the communications team to investigate, establish, and promote U.S. aid programs in Bangladesh. These efforts would include community-based outreach as well as outreach through social media platforms. So if any of you are looking to move to Bangladesh, take a look at this one. And the last one we have, which was very interesting, it's not so much of an open solicitation, it's a sole source justification, but in this solicitation, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, also known as NIST, intends to partner with LinkedIn to provide NIST with a career page. Yep, that's right. LinkedIn is going to be a contractor. And this will amplify the NIST brand and expose potential hires to what NIST is all about in a technical and visual appealing way. The use of a social networking site will attract qualified individuals for employment through NIST, and then they'll link it over to the USA job site. So it's a very interesting platform, and it really goes to show you how social media is used not only as a marketing tool, but also, well, used by the government. The government is actually contracting these social media platforms for their own use. And you can find solicitations like this and more in actually our Advanced Procurement Portal. So APP is the Advanced Procurement Portal. This is our proprietary platform that we have here where you can actually find solicitations for anything, because we're pulling solicitations not only from FBO, but also, there we go, LinkedIn source, not only from FBO, but other government sources of solicitations. So if you don't have access to APP yet, please give us a call or send an email to federalinsider@usfcrgov.com, and we can give you some information on how to access it. All right. So if you know how social media works and are registered in a system for awards management, you could be competing for this type of government contracts or others. The government actually buys all sorts of different products and services, and chances are they're buying from your industry, whether you know it or not. In fact, in just a few moments, I'm going to go through and give everyone who's here live a chance to have me search for their industry in the Advanced Procurement Portal. So start putting your industries in the chat now, and when we get to the APP VIP, I'll perform a search and we'll see what you could potentially sell to the government if you're properly registered. So hopefully you're all properly registered. If not, let us know. Now, while we're waiting for the APP VIP, I want to finish up a little bit about social media for a second. So you may have been surprised that the government hasn't abandoned their platforms completely after the espionage story we went through in the beginning. But the truth is, we need social media. I mean, we're all interconnected. It's just the way the world is going. It's like high school because, yeah, there's a few negative Nancys out there and bullies, but there's also a lot of really great people and friends to make and positive pallies and, just don't drop out. Log in. Social media is not bad if used correctly. And we have proof. One of our USFCR clients recently posted on LinkedIn about some very important work that he is doing for Veteran Affairs. So that brings us to this week's featured vendor, which is what you're going to see in a second. So take a look at the following clip.
Down here in Long Island at our new contract, biggest contract we've ever won, a multi-million-dollar job. Really exciting because it's at the National Cemetery, the Veterans National Cemetery here in Long Island. And on this contract, we're doing a raise and realign of the headstones, making sure they're nice and straight. So we pull them out of the ground, we repair the soil, we add aggregate and recompact the area around the stone and make sure that they're all in line. And then we're also doing grave repair. So over time, these graves, they sink. And what we're doing here in this section, as I'll show you, is we're repairing all the sunken graves. So we bring in soil, we compact it, and then we seed it. We're done a lot of work in this section so far. Looking really good, really proud of the guys down there.
All right, so not only are we super proud of Chris and his team at Industry Standard USA LLC for winning this major contract with a cause, Chris gave us a great example of how to use social media platforms such as LinkedIn, which are great tools to be used for good. Chris has been using this platform to promote his company and partners within all the recent success that his company has had. And if you take a look at his past performance on FPDS, his once small landscaping company is booming in the federal market with a total of 334 contracts since 2010. It's a lot. So Industry Standard USA LLC is currently serviced by USFCR's acquisition specialist, Tessa Fairburn. So congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, Tessa. And we're super happy about this big win and what's coming for the future. And now that we thought about putting Chris's company in the next segment of our program because he recently just won this contract. But we also wanted to put him in the feature vendor spot because we have a special announcement about our Guess Who Won contractor this week. Drumroll, please, David. It's Guess Who Won! All right, it's our very own Near Me LLC. Woohoo! Near Me LLC is not just a client with USFCR, but is one of our loyal viewers who has been showing up every week to watch the Federal Insider Live. And we're so grateful to have you here, so thank you, Melanie, for all of your patronage. Near Me LLC is a certified economically disadvantaged woman-owned small business based out of Fontana, California. But they operate on a national level, so call them for anywhere. Headed by Mallory Taylor, the company was founded in 2018. In the private sector, Near Me LLC is known to provide professional landscaping services as well as residential and non-residential property management. So how did a business with these two focuses end up being able to sell to the Department of Justice? Well, that's right, beans. Bureau buying beans. The company will be providing canned beans to the Bureau of Prisons. This contract was worth roughly around $10,000 and is an amazing step forward for the company, who will now be able to leverage the past performance to get more contracts. Congratulations, Melanie. We are super proud of you and hope you're watching right now to celebrate your accomplishment of the beans and the bureaus and the buying. And that's how it starts, people. And considering Near Me LLC's Mallory Taylor is a frequent flyer of the Federal Insider Live, I hope to think that we all had a little part in that. Oh, and don't forget Bobby Davis. Bobby Davis is Near Me LLC's senior acquisition specialist who's been servicing and working with Mallory, so we want to give him also a special shout out for all of his hard work. Now, if you've been showing up every week, just like Near Me LLC, you know that we've been giving someone a chance on our videos to be our APP VIP for the week. And I asked you to put your industries in the chat earlier, and now we're going to select one or maybe two, depending, to do some searches in APP Live. So, David, have we got an APP VIP?
We do.
Yay! All right, what is the industry for our APP VIP this week?
Our APP VIP this week is Launch Tech.
Launch Tech, okay. What is Launch Tech looking to procure?
Technology support, healthcare management, and professional services.
Technology support, healthcare services. And what was the third one?
Healthcare management and professional services.
Okay. Sweet. Well, thanks, Launch Tech, for being our featured APP VIP for the week. Now, what we're going to do is pull up the advanced procurement portal here. We're going to take a look and see if we can find any opportunities for your company. Now, Launch Tech, is there any particular state that you service in particular, or are you looking to do this on a national level? Please go ahead and put that answer in the chat. In the meantime, let's pull up APP and see what we can find for technology support, as well as healthcare and professional management services. All right, so APP, we're gonna log in right now. Again, this site is really great because not only can we find opportunities, we can also see contracts that have recently been awarded, find out contracting officers to contact, vendors to have as partners or subcontracts. There's really a lot of features. So if we go to the Find Opportunities section in here, we're going to use the search filters to see if we can find a opportunity for Launch Tech. All right, so David, let's go to Find Opportunities and click on the Search Filters button. Now, technology support, I believe there is actually a NAICS code similar to that. I believe it's under, no, let's see. Information. Let's see if we can find the code here.
It's an IT service thing?
Yeah, it's IT service, but
Okay.
we will pull up. I know there is also a code under the professional management services. There is actually a code just for that as well. It's more of there's the training one, there's also an organization one, but we can
Do you wanna
do,
the training one?
no, not the training one. Let's try the other two professional employer organizations. No, we'll do the second one, management training. All right, we'll hit apply filters. Okay, here we go. So the first one on here actually might be kind of interesting for you, Launch Tech. So the first one that's listed is a pre-solicitation for clinical document improvement for training for VISN 2. So since you're also in the healthcare services profession, I think that this might be pretty interesting because VISN is basically the acronym that the Veterans Affairs Office uses to delegate the different areas of their VA hospitals. So you would be doing professional training and development for the VISN 2, which believe is, I think it's in VISN 2. Let's see where VISN 2 is. I believe it's New York, New Jersey. Okay, so that would be in the New York, New Jersey area for that particular VISN. So basically you'd be working on the Veteran Affairs Healthcare Network, and it looks like you'd be providing them some training and management into, let's see if we can follow. Oh yeah, because it's there should be more info on the document attached. So we're going to pull up this separate document here. Right, and let's see if they can give us any more information. So the actual solicitation for this is coming out on or around July 20th, but as far as additional information, that's pretty much all they're giving us. Or on around July 10th, my apologies. That's pretty much it. But if you were interested, what I would suggest doing, Launch Tech, if you wanted to get more information on the solicitation, you'd want to email this woman, the contracting agent, which is our contracting specialist, Michelle Herrich. And so you'd want to reach out to her, tell her that you are interested in procuring this particular contract. Send them an email with your capability statement and say that you will be looking out for the solicitation that should be posted on or around July 10th. So hopefully that solicitation matches a little bit about your company and your vision. Please go ahead and keep sending us over some of the information about your company. We'd be happy to help you set up some alerts. And that about does it here for all of us here at USFCR Studios. This was really a jam-packed episode, and so we look forward to hearing from you via email and by phone. So send us an email at federalinsider@usfcrgov.com. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified on the next time that we're about to go live, which is every Friday at 2 p.m. for the Federal Insider. And next week, we're going to talk a little bit about 4th of July and all the stuff that's going along with that.
And Buy America.
And Buy America Act, also great. So do me a favor, share this with your friends and family or a business partner who may also benefit from learning a little bit about how to make money from the US government. Have a great week. Submit tons and tons of bids, and we will see you soon. Bye.